Let's talk Turkey on the markets now. Is the bull run about to run out? Barry Ritholtz is a chief market strategist over at Ritholtz Research and Analytics. Says we haven't peaked, but we're nearing that point. Also, Peter Bookvar, equity strategist at Miller Tabak, says the last few months have been the final blow-off of the bull run. Gentlemen, good morning to you both. Good to see you.
Good morning, Carl.
Peter, let me ask you, why you've been bearish for a while here. You're not throwing in the towel at all, are you?
Well, with tire tracks on my face, I still remain bearish because the economic slowdown that I envisioned is beginning to unfold. And with housing and housing-related activity, with auto and auto-related activity, right there is about a third of GDP, and that is basically in a recession. And the hope was that the consumer would maintain these robust levels of spending. And October sales were sluggish. November sales have started off sluggish, too. Yesterday, the International Council of Shopping Centers said the third week of November this year was the worst since November of '02. So I don't see that fourth quarter rebound, and I think that puts the test to the soft landing thesis.
Yeah, at the same time, Barry, today's a prime example. Sentiment numbers come in weak, market sells off, and then it finds its sea legs somewhere in the middle of the day, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's just to be clear, we're pretty bearish looking into '07, but there's just been so much momentum and so much liquidity sloshing around. It's very, very challenging to step in front of this market. We've been sellers into rallies, and we've been moving more and more to a cash position and watching the market keep rallying. It's very, very challenging to, at this point, want to step in. Things are so much pricier than they were 3, 4, 5 months ago.
Peter, we'd heard that some long-short funds had underperformed the market in the third quarter. Aren't they trying to make up some lost ground here and chase performance going into the end of the year?
There's no question that has been a big driver in rallying this market over the past couple of months, has been this performance chasing. But at the end of the day, there's got to be a fundamental underpinning to any rally in stocks. So maybe this lasts until December 31st. That's impossible to say. But from a sentiment standpoint, it's getting somewhat extreme. But again, it can remain extreme for a period of time.
Okay, so Barry, what are you buying? I know you're playing off some dollar weakness, right?
That's right. We think the industrials are going to continue to do well as the dollar softens. Within technology, we've stayed away from the chips, although certain companies are starting to look more appealing. And we like the software side. We've mentioned on this show in the past Oracle and IBM. We continue to like them. But we're starting to get a little cautious. We're raising our stop losses, and we're culling anything that's not keeping up with the rally.
Peter,
if it's not participating, we want out.
Peter, you agree with Barry on that, to that, right? I mean, you're looking at metals, too?
Yes, I mean, the dollar today is fallen to the lowest level since May 2005 against the euro. So we are seeing somewhat of a breakdown, and the precious metals are going to be a great beneficiary of that weakness.
Barry, to what degree does M&A have anything to do with how stocks trade right now? We saw a lot of action on Monday. It didn't help the market much, but we got smart guys like Sam Zell deciding this is the time to sell. Other smart guys like Bill Gates saying this is the time to buy.
Well, what's really fascinating is M&A has two impacts. First, it actually reduces the amount of shares that are out there. I think the total outstanding shares are down about 4% over the past 2 years. Secondly, it makes it very challenging to try and short any stocks because you don't know who's going to come in and make an all-cash bid at a 30-40% premium. Most of the shorts have been carried out on their shields, and that creates a little bit of a lack of roof on stocks, and they just keep going.
Yeah, well, today's look at that. Dow's up 5 points. We were negative just a couple minutes ago. Gentlemen, thanks a lot.
Our
Barry,
pleasure.
thank you.
Happy holiday.